Hi everyone! If you're new, hi, my name is Sue, and if you're returning, welcome back. So happy last day of 2019. Isn't it crazy that the year has flown by? And it's just crazy because if you've been following along, this is the first full year that I was out of school, working, being an adult, and I just wanted to share with you guys some of the accomplishments that I was able to do this year. And I know you can kind of tell from the title already, but yeah, a couple big things happened, and I just wanted to share with you guys and just give you some tips so that you can also flourish and prosper when you are out of school, or even if you're in school right now. And so yeah, so I feel like no one tells you what happens after school, after college, and when you become an adult. They really just say when you graduate college, then you can secure a job and yada yada yada, but they don't talk about school loans. They don't talk about how you can budget travel, how you can truly just make the most time out of your 20s. So in this video, I just wanted to share with you guys how I was able to make 2019 a year of excitement and keep the momentum going, as I know people straight out of college can feel lonely at times and they don't know what to do with their time. And of course that has happened to me, but that's natural, that's okay. You just need to know how to just jump back into the groove of things and really truly make your 20s the most memorable. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about is how I paid off my student loans all within 1 year. Given I didn't have that much, I don't mind sharing that I only had 30 grand worth of loans to pay off, which I'm blessed for because I did go to college for 5 years and dormed for like 4.5 of them. But yeah, to recap how I was able to pay it off all in 1 year. And so first thing that I did is stay and live at home. I know not a lot of people have the luxury to do so, but if you can and your parents are willing and they don't really ask for much rent, this is definitely one way to save money and pay off your loans quicker. Just because I personally don't feel like it's necessary to keep holding on to these loans if you could pay them off, especially because now that you're done with school, why pay extra money by doing the like $200 a month for 10 years and pay an additional like 10 grand if you just get your loans paid off right now in a more aggressive manner. And so if you can stay at home, that'd be great. You're saving so much on not paying rent, electricity, parking fee, and etc., and so on and so forth. The second thing that I personally did is just be very cautious with my use of money. So I'm not the type of person to spend a lot of money on things that I want. I only buy things that I need. And so I think this is where a lot of young adults kind of struggle with, because now you're making money and now you can buy whatever you want because you finally have the income to do so. But for me, I kind of like, yes, I did buy things to treat myself here and there, but for the most part I didn't really buy a tremendous amount of stuff. I went only on one shopping spree where I only spent $200 for the entire year for clothing, like just new clothing, so that I'm out of my college wear and now I could wear my young adult big girl pants. And I bought like a couple things for just comfort since I did renovate my basement to make it my own room. But yeah, so that's where I saved a heck of a lot of money just by not spending so much of my income on like things that I wanted, just the things that I need. If it's not broken, why buy a new one? Why fix it, you know? The third thing is just being very conscious of spending money for food. And as a young adult, you like to go out, you like to drink, and you like to have fun, and that's okay. It's just be very mindful of how often you do it and how much you do spend. Like for me, I love eating out, but for me, I just became very mindful, because if you're working in the city or if you work 12 hours like me, you really need to plan your meals, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And just by planning in advance and just figuring out what to eat and how much to spend, that will cut down your costs so much, because now you're being more conscious of when you should buy lunch and when you should pack at home. And definitely cooking and meal planning at home is the key to saving a lot of money. That definitely helped me, and you should really try it, because not only will you become healthier and more conscious of what you're eating, but you'll be saving a heck of a lot of money as well. So with all the money that I was able to save, I was able to pay off all my loans, and I was able to travel and have money to save as well. Like if I can approximate with every paycheck, I get paid bi-weekly, and let's just estimate that I get paid about like 2 grand a paycheck, and from that 2 grand I'll pay literally half of it will go to my loans then and there, no thought about it. So that means I have $1,000 left. I'll put half of that into my savings account, and then whatever I'm left with will go to offering, and then the other remaining will pay off my bi-weekly spending that I did on my credit card, going out to eat, etc, etc. And I literally did this for every single paycheck, and even with bonuses I'll do the same method. And if you do this, you could really aggressively pay off your student loans in a realistic manner. Of course, I don't have any car insurance to pay for at this time, and my insurance is gonna kick in this upcoming year, and so I didn't really take into account those objects, which are definitely real world necessities. But once you calculate all that into your finances, you can genuinely do what I did just by managing your budget in terms of going out and eating, going out and drinking, partying, cooking at home rather than eating out, buying certain things like clothing. If you don't need it, then don't buy it at this time. And if you're really into fashion, don't worry, because nowadays vintage thrifting are in right now, so you can go and do that. And if not, just always buy in the off season. Like in the winter, buy summer clothes, and in summer clothes, buy winter gear, and you save so much money. Or you could buy things on Black Friday as well during the holiday season. But yeah, last but not least, how I saved the most amount of money while having fun as a young adult and traveling. And as you can tell, I traveled to more than 12 different states / countries this year. Like, I try to even it out and try to do at least one state / country a month. Of course, sometimes I had 3 in a month, sometimes I had 0 in a month, but nevertheless, I made sure I went somewhere new out of Jersey to a different place, whether it was just right across the state line to New York or to Pennsylvania or Boston, or to another different part of the continent like Italy or Morocco. So how I save money while having fun is a lot about budget traveling, and I'm not gonna get too in-depth right now because I do want to do another segment about it, just because I do travel a lot and I do save a lot of money, and people are always asking me how. But basically what I do is I really just maximize off-peak travel time, and I use that to my advantage because the plane tickets are super cheap. And because plane tickets are super cheap, accommodations are also cheap, and excursions are also cheap as well. And so I was able to spend less than $1,000 on each and every place that I visited. Flight, accommodations, excursions, food, souvenirs, all included. And so you just really need to monitor and just track prices for flights, and once you do that, it's all uphill from there, because flights are normally one of the major factors why people spend so much money. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are like the ways that I saved money this year and was able to pay off my student loans in full and be able to travel at least once a month to a different place other than home. And yeah, I really hope that this video was helpful and that you learned something. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, if you thought this information was helpful, or if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and you subscribe and you share the word to all your friends. And I hope this helps for all those who are preparing for 2020. This is going to be your year. I hope you thrive. I hope you can pay off your student loans and be debt free like me at the age of 24, maybe even hopefully less, and be able to travel to your heart's desires and see a new part of the world that you've never seen before. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this short little video. I can't wait to see what 2020 has in store for me and for you. And yeah, I hope everyone has a happy new year, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!